Sam in Switzerland writes to me and he says, Paul, what do you think about using, let's say, 2 pair of speakers on 1 amp instead of just 1? In my modest setup, there is a decent amp powering 2 pair of two-way speakers in parallel and an active sub, of course. All speakers are 6 ohms from the same manufacturer and the same product family. Is that a good thing to do? Well, there have been numerous examples of people stacking speakers successfully. One of the ones that I remember from years ago was when our old friend Harry Pearson of the Absolute Sound, a reviewer, had what they called stacked advents. And he was in love with that system. And what they did, which was kind of interesting, and I don't know if you're doing it, he did something that isn't making a classic mistake. When we stack speakers, let's say we have a speaker this tall, and we want to stack 2 of them. So there's let's say it's a 2-way like Sam has. There's a woofer mid-range and a tweeter, and they're this tall. Now if I take a second pair and I stack it on top of the first, now I have tweeter, tweeter, woofer, woofer. That's the wrong way to do it. If you're going to stack speakers, flip the other one upside down. Now we have tweeter, tweeter, woofer, woofer. That's what's called a Diapolito type of configuration for setup. So that's one very simple thing you can do when you stack speakers. If they have that configuration, flip them upside down. I have also seen the opposite where somebody already has a Diapolito configuration where it's tweeter, woofer, woofer, and that and then of course if you stack that, you're going to have trouble. There you might want to put them side by side so that they're in the same plane. What's important is that the drivers are sort of at the higher frequencies, which become more directional, should be closer together to make that work. So that's some advice for you. And of course, as I said, stacked advents, look it up on Wikipedia, just or Google, whatever you're at, or DuckDuckGo, which is an interesting thing. I've been looking into that. Google is getting so crazy these days with ads, and I'm just like, driving me nuts. Anyway, where were we? Stacked advents. Look them up. Google it, stacked advents, and you'll see how they did it. But yeah, if you're going to do that, flip them upside down. In general, I would say don't do it. I'm not an advocate of that. I would rather see you get a better pair of single speakers. You'll have less problems. It is easier to make it sound right and to do the setup. But if you're going to play, hey, this is all about having fun, having a good time, and making great music. So it can be done. All right. Thanks for the question. Take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow.